Hello everyone, I'm Johanna Bertumenonato, registered migration agent from BridgeAus Migration Consultancy. Well, happy new financial year. Today is the 1st of July 2021. In Australia, we start our financial year on the 1st of July and it ends on the 30th of June of the following year. This is very exciting news for everyone because I know that in the previous VIC state sponsorship, there were people who were still not invited and are still waiting to be invited. So a lot of people were waiting, and if you were one of my clients, I said that yes, it's July that the financial year starts, but then we don't really know when they would open up because last financial year they've opened up in September 2020, and then from January to May they had an invitation around each month. That's why I was so surprised this morning that I saw this email from the VIC state. So this is really a great news. Today I'm talking about the VIC state sponsorship requirements. It has changed, and that's what I will be talking about. So the good news is that it will be opening on the 7th of July 2021. And they have also announced how many slots that they have. So there's for the 190 state sponsorship applications, they can accept or they can invite about 3,500. And for the 491 stream, about 500. So that's really a lot. If you would remember the reports from the 2020 invitations, it was lesser than this. So this is great news. Now, I'll talk about the requirements, okay? So what has not changed is that they still require for the applicant or applicants to be living and working in Victoria. Okay, so that's number one still. So that's not so good news for people who are still offshore. Okay, so you should be here in Victoria to be eligible, whether it's the 190 or the 491 stream. And you know that if it's 491, it should be in the designated regional area. Okay, so what else? So the focus now is the STEM sector. What is STEM? So that's STEMM. So that it stands for science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medicine. Okay, so you should be working in that sector. Now, I will show you what are those sectors, all right? So let me just pull that up. Okay, there. So there's health, medical, research, life sciences, digital, agri-food, advanced manufacturing, new energy, emissions reduction, and circular economy. Okay. So one thing to note here is that under the digital sector, they are only accepting people in the roles of cybersecurity. All right. So as a sector. But then if you are still in digital, IT, you might be a programmer, but you're working in a hospital. So that's still in the health sector, then you can still be accepted. Okay. Now we move on to the health, right? So I have many registered nurse clients. Most of them have already been invited for the last financial year, which is really good. But there are still some of you who would still be applying, right? So what you need to know is that there is still a list of occupations that the Victorian state will prioritize for nurses. Okay, let me show that to you now. Okay, so there's the midwife, registered nurse aged care, critical care and emergency, mental health perioperative, and pediatrics. So if you notice, if you were applying for ROI before, pediatrics wasn't there. Now it is now there. So it has been added. All right. So what else do we need to talk about? The difference. So I said that it's similar. You should be living in Victoria. And the difference is that, let me just show that to you now. All right. So remember there was the requirement of 20 hours per week at least 20 hours per week working in your nominated occupation. So they have removed that minimum experience, and they also had that 6 months work experience for 190 before and 3 months for 491. So it's not there anymore. So whether if you're just working in your nominated occupation for just one day or a week, then that's okay with them. All right. And then they have increased the number of target sectors. So it's there's more now. And yeah, the focus really is that you should have in STEM skills in the STEM sector. Should be level 1 or 2. And then the 491, they can accept up to level 3. Okay. All right. So that's just a quick update on what the requirements are. So the thing here that you really need to look at is that before even looking at that VIC state sponsorship requirements, you have to make sure that you're eligible for the 190 visa or 491. So make sure you have the points, the English requirements, the age requirements, and then your EOI is already lodged, or you can be lodging the EOI before you then look at the VIC state sponsorship requirements. But if you think you're eligible for this, then go for it. Yeah. So that's the first of today is the 1st of July. You have 6 days to prepare. So ROI would open. There wasn't any announcement on how long would it be open. Used to be it's just a few days, maybe a week. And then they've also announced the schedule on when they would be inviting people. So this time there's no announcement yet. Maybe it would come in by the 7th of July. But yeah, so these are the new rules. If before you were invited but you're in the STEM sector, then go for it. If you need help, for your EOI, VIC State sponsorship ROI, and even for your skills assessment at the start, we are here to help you. You can visit us at www.bridgeaus.com.au. Thank you very much.